The old house stood alone. It was at the edge of the village, where the cobblestone streets gave way to the untamed wilderness. Its windows, like vacant eyes, stared out from beneath the moss-covered gables. They seemed to watch the village with a silent, unceasing vigilance. The paint peeled from the walls like scabs, revealing the rotting timber beneath. The garden, once a testament to life and colour, was now a graveyard of overgrown weeds. Thorny vines like skeletal fingers crept over rusted gates and crumbling walls. They seemed to pull the house further into the embrace of the forest. It was a place whispered about in hushed tones. The villagers knew its secrets, or at least they feared them. Ethan, a young man with a thirst for the unknown, arrived in the village seeking solace. He was captivated by the tales of the old house. Disregarding the warnings of the village elders, he decided to explore it. Their words echoed in his ears. That house is best left alone. But their warnings only fueled his curiosity. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows as he approached the house. A shiver ran down his spine, a premonition of the unsettling encounter that awaited him. He pushed open the rusted gate, its hinges groaning like a mournful wail. Each step towards the house felt heavier than the last, as if the very air around him grew thick with dread. The air grew colder as Ethan neared the house. A thick fog rolled in from the forest, shrouding the house in an ethereal mist. It was as though the forest itself was reaching out, attempting to reclaim its forgotten dominion. He climbed the creaking steps to the porch, each footfall echoing in the unnerving silence. The front door, its wood rotten and warped, swung open with a low groan. It was as if the house was inviting him in, welcoming him into its cold embrace. He stepped across the threshold, and the door slammed shut behind him with a resounding boom. The sound reverberated through the house, a sinister welcome to the newcomer. Dust motes danced in the faint rays of sunlight that pierced the grimy windows. The air was thick with the smell of decay, a musty odor that spoke of long years of abandonment. As Ethan ventured deeper, floorboards groaned beneath his weight. A sudden gust of wind slammed a door shut somewhere in the depths of the house. The sound echoed through the empty rooms, raising goosebumps on his arms. He froze, listening intently, but the only sound was the frantic thumping of his own heart. His initial skepticism was beginning to waver, replaced by a growing sense of unease. He pushed on, drawn deeper into the house by an unseen force.